Hello everybody, welcome to another Anonymous Tech Tip. Today we're going to be talking about Windows 11 and the TPS reports. Excuse me. The TPM issue. It seems big tech is at it again. I'm sure everyone here has heard of or have been affected by planned obsolescence, Apple. So Microsoft has decided to ban millions of computers from upgrading to Windows 11. They now require a few features from your computer in order to be compatible. The first thing being UEFI, Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. Say that 5 times fast. Your computer must utilize UEFI in order to install Windows 11. UEFI is a replacement for BIOS. Most computer and hardware manufacturers started using UEFI instead of BIOS back in 2007. Although most computers have the capability of UEFI, your computer may not be utilizing it. Your computer may be in legacy mode. If this is the case, you will need to take steps to convert your partitions from MBR, Master Boot Record, to GPT, GUID partition table, and then turn on UEFI mode in the boot settings or BIOS. And besides, if you're still rocking a computer older than 2007, Windows 11 probably wouldn't run very smooth on it anyway. There are a few ways to check your UEFI status. I'll drop a link to those in the description. Although if you choose to check it by command line found on this page, his command is typed wrong. The command should look like this. Second is GPT partitions, the GUID partition table we mentioned earlier. This partition table is meant to replace the master boot record. It has its advantages and is part of the UEFI standard, but is still not widely used. So a lot of computers out there are still using MBR instead of GPT. But there's good news. There are tools out there to convert your MBR system to GPT without data loss. You can find a how-to in a simple Google search. Third is the dreaded TPM Trusted Platform Module 2.0. No, not TPM 1.2. That just isn't good enough. You have to have version 2.0 in order to install Windows 11. Now, this is the real issue. Quite a lot of computers run on UEFI, but not a lot of computers have TPM enabled in UEFI settings, or they have the older version, or it's not even installed. Microsoft will tout malware security reasons for this, but we all know it's just planned obsolescence. Also, it seems Windows 11 is only supporting Intel CPUs 8th gen and newer at this time, and AMD Ryzen 2000 and up. But there are performance issues with the AMD architecture, but I do believe they are working on a fix. If you're technologically inclined, there are some workarounds to this issue. I'll drop links into the description. Now, for a large swath of PC users, they will just end up spending their hard-earned money on yet another computer just to have the latest and greatest OS. Microsoft and tech companies are banking on this to up their sales. I'd also like to mention that Windows 11 has its share of bugs that might concern some users enough to hold off on the upgrade. Remember, never get the first version of any software. It's always best to let someone else deal with the initial rollout issues and bugs. That being said, Windows 10 is still viable until 2025. And in the software world, that's an eternity. Hey, if this video helped you out at all, like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate it.